Hey there, Rachel here. I'm with The Vacationeer, and today I want to talk to you about why stay at Disney World resorts. So basically there's a lot of reasons. I totally feel like it's the best value, starting as soon as you get off the plane. Think about this, as soon as you get to Disney World, instead of having to figure out what Uber is going to pick you up with your whole family, yikes, or your rental car or van, you just get on a magical bus. And it's a bus that has Mickey's face on the side of it, and it has a video that tells you and your family all about the wonderful things you're about to experience. So you get to see some of these awesome things and hear that you're in the most magical place on earth as you're just sitting back and relaxing and instead of trying to figure out where the resort is, because they already know for you. That's already worked out ahead of time, and it's completely free. Beyond the Magic Express, there's so many more reasons. Let's start with the reduced ticket prices. When it's all included in a deal, it's a better price to go to the parks when you're staying at the resorts. You don't have to think about food. You can choose a Disney dining plan ahead of time, so you decide the money that you want to spend ahead of time, and don't worry, you're not going to be limited in your choices, as there's over 100 places to eat at Disney. Then there's further transportation to go to the different parks and to go to anywhere on Disney World resort property, from Disney Springs to the boardwalk to other resorts to have a meal. There's Disney transportation free, from buses to boats to ferries to the monorail. I've done it all, and it's part of the experience that makes it so fun. And on top of that, it's free. No parking costs and no prices of gas, anything like that. It's just a time to relax with the family more so. And then there's all the activities that are at the resorts, from just getting to enjoy a pool that's themed to your resort, from Art of Animation. You can swim in a Nemo pool and a Cars pool. There's at Pop Century, there's all kinds of fun stuff there. Basically any resort you stay at, the pool is themed to that resort. And at the pools, they have dance parties, they have movies out on the lawn after dark at the different resorts. There's campfires at different ones. Basically, there's tons of things you can do at the resorts, to the point where you can take a day or two off and just stay at the resort and feel like you're still in Disney World, because you are, and they totally make it feel like you still are. And also, if you stay at the resorts, there's extra little touches of magic here and there, from hidden Mickeys, which I'll talk about later in the video, to services such as getting your souvenirs from a park sent to your exact room. So magical. There's just so many reasons why I highly recommend staying at Disney World resorts when you're going to Disney World. So firstly, the Magic Express. Think of this. You board a motor coach at Orlando International Airport, and they transport you and your baggage to the Disneyland Resort Hotel. When you reserve Disney's Magic Express, you can begin your vacation the moment you step off the plane. Domestic passengers can even bypass the baggage claim, and all guests can avoid the annoyance and the cost of driving or finding a ride, whether it's Uber or a rental car or whatnot. And this benefit of staying at the Disney Resort hotels makes it so that you'll get from the airport to your accommodations comfortably. You'll have your bags delivered directly to your room, and you'll also enjoy a complimentary ride back to the Orlando International Airport on the day that you check out of the Disney Resort Hotel. Pretty good deal. So transportation's a big one for me, because transportation can get stressful with kids, and to be honest, I look forward to transportation time with my kids. It's some downtime at Disney World that's all planned out for me, and quite honestly feels magical, as every other park does. So secondly, transportation. You can have special transportation options for resort guests. You can save time, money, and the frustration of driving and parking with options that Disney provides for you, and are actually fun options. Guests at resorts can travel from all 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, and more by bus, by boat, ferry, monorail. So here's how it works. You stop by one of the convenient, super well-marked pickup points at your hotel throughout the Disney World Resort. It'll say like bus stop or boat launch. Your ride will arrive ready to transport you throughout the resort, often within minutes. And keep in mind that certain destinations are not direct. You might be required a connecting mode of transportation to reach your chosen destination, as in you might need to take a bus to get a boat, but overall it's a pretty convenient situation there. So I might be super passionate about my food, but I think lots of us could agree that having a dining plan set ahead of time is a major reason to stay at the resorts. Okay, we've got to one of my favorite parts to talk about, food. Who doesn't love food? Staying at a Disney resort makes it so that you can choose a dining plan. And there's 3 different options to choose from. There's the Disney Quick Service Dining Plan, the Disney Dining Plan, and the Disney Deluxe Dining Plan. With the Quick Service Dining Plan, it's meals on the go. It's quick and simple, and you don't need to make any reservations ahead of time. There's plenty of options at each of the resorts and in the parks. I do want to clarify that you can eat at any of the resorts or in any of the theme parks with your Disney dining plan, as well as other locations too, like Disney Boardwalk and Disney Downtown. So, secondly, the Disney dining plan comes with 1 table service meal, 1 quick service meal, and 2 snacks. The table service is the one that you would want to reserve for the day. It's a full sit-down meal, the most commonly chosen plan. And there's also the deluxe Disney dining plan if you like to splurge on food more so. It provides 3 sit-down meals and 2 snack guests. There's also several new beverage options available, including non-alcoholic specialty beverages, and for guests 21 and older, there's beer, wine, and cocktails. How could we forget the awesome desserts at Disney World? From just really neat creations that the kids can do, to the adorable little Mickey head cookies and cupcakes and pastries. I just have to say that much of these do count as a Disney snack, and how cool is that to get that throughout the day here and there for you and your family. And I also want to talk about a new option, which is mobile ordering. You use your dining plan to place an order on the go with the My Disney Experience app so that your meal can actually be ready for you when you arrive at the restaurant. No waiting, particularly awesome with kids or, hungry adults. So Disney Decor, I think, why not enjoy your vacation as much as you can and feel like you're in a super magical place? The theming at the different resorts is absolutely impeccable, and you feel like you're in whatever land that you are staying in. There's just something, sure the kids get excited, but maybe I'm just a little kid, but it's exciting for me too. I hope that it's something you enjoy as well. And another benefit of staying at Disney World resorts is the decor. So each resort has its own theme, but also throughout you will absolutely see touches of Disney no matter where you stay. Obviously, if you're at Art of Animation, you're going to see themes from 4 different movies, which I have to say, my kids and the kids that I observed were absolutely enthusiastic about. From Lion King to The Little Mermaid to Disney Cars
to Finding Nemo. It was a super magical place to stay. Can you tell I'm just a tiny bit biased for little kids at Art of Animation? But on the other hand, I absolutely positively love the Polynesian, and they had little touches, such as Stitch's little surfboard. And you know, it's always good to have park hours that are updated for you on a daily basis, right in the resort that you're staying at. And at the Polynesian and other resorts like that, such as the Wilderness Lodge Resort, there's still those touches everywhere, such as the Mickey totem poles that you can find at the lodge. And on top of that, there's also the hidden Mickeys, no matter where you're staying or wherever you're at in the resorts, which is basically the general outline of Mickey's head, the big circle, and then the two little circles for his ears. Can you find the hidden Mickey in these lights? It's a trickier one to find. Hidden Mickeys can be a fun activity for your family on a day off that you're relaxing at the resorts, or it can just be a fun activity throughout your entire vacation. Can you find the hidden Mickey with the bubbles here? And some hidden Mickeys are actually whole Mickeys that are just in odd locations. See if you can find this one. Another bonus of staying at Disney is you can enjoy the shops no matter where you're staying. They have themed shops to each of the resorts. They have fun souvenirs that fit the theme of that resort. And they also have amenities like toothbrush you might have forgotten. Can't forget to get your Mickey Mouse ears.
As far as resort activities, it just adds to the experience. The one that my kids like the most is they actually grabbed a pizza and my dad watched them at a movie at night, and I got to go on a date, which is another video you want to check out of mine.
The resort activities are pretty much endless. They have several a day at each resort, and they're always changing, so it's hard to even start talking about them. There's of course the movies after dark. There's the iconic Chippendale sing-along campfire. And on top of those scheduled events for the whole family, and there's even ones for adults like yoga on the lawn. They're at several resorts, including the Polynesian. I think that would be a pretty nice spot. There's also the things that are always at the resorts, such as the arcades in varying sizes and themes, but always full of color and fun for the kids. I even saw a massage chair at an arcade for the adults to hang out at. And of course, you don't want to miss relaxing at the pools. It's a super nice option to come back to the pool at the end of the day and either relax as the adults or let the kids have a special night after dark with some downtime cooling off. And there's also the splash pads that, I don't know about your kids, but it seems like my kids always end up gravitating to just splashing each other with those little sprinklers. You know, it just makes them happy. And much of the resorts also have some type of play area or playground. Helps the kids get some energy out.
So the extra magical things that Disney does, something that I did was ahead of time I picked out Disney gifts for my kids, small little things for each day, and I wrapped them up ahead of time and wrote on each package day number 1, day number 2, day number 3 through the days that I was staying there, and I gave them to the front desk and they magically had them delivered to our rooms by the time we got back from the park every day. So they're like little Tinkerbell gifts that Disney helped us out with, and that's just one of the many magical ways that they can add little touches to your vacation as well.
Disney magic touches. I bet you didn't think I would start with laundry. This is just to say that on top of having lots of magic touches for kids, there's magic touches for adults. How nice is it to have laundry available to do at your resort? They even provide options to buy laundry detergent. On top of that very adult, not so super fun idea, there's also the magic of having a souvenir that you buy in the various parks delivered to your room. I'm sure I mentioned it before because this is a huge benefit. How many times do you lose the stuffed animal that your 3-year-old is thrown out of the stroller for the second time? So I totally appreciate that you can have items delivered to your room. And then this one's huge, extra magic hours. Each day, guests staying at different Disney World Resort hotels have the chance to enjoy select attractions at least one of the 4 theme parks before or after regular operating hours each day. To see whether it's offered for that day, you can view the park hours or consult the printed times guide, which is available at the resort front desks. And let me also just do a plug for the front desks. Basically, if you have any questions, any need, I found the front desks to be crazy accommodating, like more than any other resort or hotel I've ever stayed at. They truly want to make it a magical experience for you. And another magical touch are the complimentary magic bands. They're given to everyone who stays at the Disney World resorts. And you can link them to a credit card so that you don't have to carry any money around Disney World resorts at all. And in the end, it also doubles as a souvenir.
As you can probably tell by this point, I am super passionate about staying at the Disney World resorts as it's just such a magical experience and it's plain old fun. I would absolutely love to help you plan out your Disney vacation. You can contact me at rachel@thevacationeer.com or at my phone number 814-566-628.